Are you doing a solo leveling vid? Uh, let's just say it's coming soon. I'm not gonna say exactly what. I might have stated it before. You have to look for it. But yeah, I am gonna do a solo leveling video soon.
Speaking of solo leveling, people were heated and mad that it won Anime of the Year. But I'm just gonna say this: at the end of the day, I don't know why there's rage, because it's not like it's like fucking some bullshit ass anime one. No, like you're talking about an anime that was not only very, very good and pretty peak, especially for just coming out of fucking nowhere, you know. So like for one, that's impressive because it just came out of nowhere. And just,
literally,
because of how good it was, it immediately got into the popularity category, was doing incredible numbers wise, whatever, the whole nine, and to the point where it was literally voted to be #1. It was voted. You know, it wasn't like some bullshit or subjective take, you know, like the Oscars or whatever bullshit that's out there, right? Some bullshit ass system, you know. It wasn't like, you know, like the gaming reward system with certain companies where the whole fucking audience of the gaming community is saying, oh yeah, this, right? And then out of nowhere, a fucking bullshit ass mobile game wins, right? You know, so it's not a thing like that. Literally, the people spoke, and it won fair and square.
Fair and square.
And everyone was very surprised that like either Boruto didn't get it or all these, and let's be real, like obviously Boruto's good, and things like that, and all these other things. But you guys got to remember, this is anime though, not manga. Anime. That's a difference. Okay, big difference. And I'm sorry, but Boruto had a very, very extreme rough start in the beginning. The beginning was the worst phases of fucking Boruto. It did it really bad. The manga is great. It's straight to the good shit, you know, storytelling, whatever. The anime did a very, very bad job. Even the filler arcs are fucking shit. Okay. Yeah. So if we're comparing, you know, so Cell Leveling, they just went right to the main story points. They didn't do no filler. They didn't do no bullshit. They didn't show you about, you know, fucking people painting, you know, like and whatnot, all this dumb, irrelevant nonsense, you know. Very linear. Like it was straight. Yeah, it was very simple, very straightforward, linear, and got right to the main events. While Boruto, you know. So that's something to think about too. And as for anything else, I think really the only contender you can really put up there is Bleach. That's really it, you know. Yeah. I haven't seen One Piece, so I can't really say, but from what I heard, I think Bleach is probably definitely like a top 3 contender, right? For like who could win it potentially, you know? Yeah. Probably, if anything, they probably were the closest to it, maybe, you know, of winning it. I didn't look at the numbers, but I did hear a lot of positivity about Bleach, you know. So that's just something to put into consideration for anyone that, you know, seen any of the news on the apps, Twitter, whatever, Facebook. Yada yada. I just want to give my thoughts and my general consensus on that, and I don't know what the rate is about. I think it's really silly. But,
it's definitely romanticizing other animes. Bias, obviously. Simply put, the meteoric rise of Solo Leveling was unmatched. It's not even that close of a race. As far as reviews, as far as viewership.
Dragon Ball Daima is another contender, but I haven't seen that. So,
the reception of Solo Leveling is something I haven't seen since. It might even have surpassed JJK's peak moment when it was the anime to watch. Solo Leveling had that meteoric of a rise. I don't know where the hate comes from. I would say part of it's bias. People, you know, have their tribes in the anime community. That's fair, but it's undebatable the meteoric rise it had. Look at the reception, the viewership in all major anime viewing platforms. It's ridiculous.
The numbers, everything.
The numbers are insane. Yeah, it's surpassing.
It's like all over again. You know
exactly.
Like,
numbers don't lie. And it was a democracy, like Batman said. The votes were by the people, for the people. Yeah. So it's that simple. I mean, you could be biased against it, but
like, if you guys are gonna bitch, then why did you not vote? Why did you not vote against it or partake? You know what I mean? So like at the end of the day, like a win is a win.
People
you gotta give credit when it's due. Yeah. You know, the people spoken, and if you didn't vote, that's a you problem. That's exactly. That you know what I mean? Like
do your part in this democracy, you know.